Hey everybody, Doom here, back with part 2 of this futuristic scatter terrain that you can be positioned in multiple ways to be what you need it to be. Let's get some cardboard. There's some cardboard. Let's get a brush. Got one. It's a little bit wet still, I think. Oh no, that's just glue on my finger. Just dried super glue. I'm going to get some dark brown paint. And I'm going to get some bronze color paint. This is copper actually. There we go. And I know I'm going to need some lighter brown. Let me see what I got. Can't find any. I'm looking for some. La 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 la. Classic caramel. This is satin, so it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. That's okay. I don't care. Cool. So I'm going to get a little bit of my metallic, a little bit of my dark brown, a little more of my dark brown. And I'm going to hit this with a really terrible base coat. Really terrible base coat. I have two-tone undercoat from my prime. So really, I'm just trying to cover up the majority of my black areas the best I can. In between my recordings, I had to let this dry a little bit, and I was just messing around, having some tobacco and such. And I don't know what's the point. Oh, I was watching some lady streaming. She was crafting stuff. And she has a weird habit. Maybe it's not weird. Maybe it's just because I'm old and I don't know the habit. I don't know the behavior. But she calls her boyfriend or husband or whatever he is her partner. And I thought about it. I didn't say anything. I just thought about it. I'm like, are we at a point where we're not allowed to say boyfriend or girlfriend anymore? Is that not permitted anymore? Or what's going on here? I'm just curious because I like to know stuff and I like to understand what's going on in my world. Super curious as to what's the word. This is turning out pretty good. I must say I'm not unhappy with it so far. It's definitely going to be formidable on the table. And just in case I want this side popped up. Oh, I do want this side popped up. This is intentionally popped up. Now this is coming loose right there a little bit. So I'm just going to get my gun. Oops, maybe. Stick some glue in there. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to leave that scratch white there, I guess, since I can't coat it well. Okay, so this looks like it's pretty much what we wanted. Everything's going according to plan. I'm going to set this off to the side. Let's do a little bit of air gun on this. A little bit of hot air gun. Cook it up. That's close enough for government work. Now something happened that I didn't want to happen. This kind of popped out. See that? And I want that in. So I'm just going to get some glue. And I know it's not going to be base coated, but I'm just going to hold that there and let that kind of dry inward. And hopefully that, it's not popped out anymore. That way when I lay this down on its side, it won't be ruined. All right, so let's get our metallic. Let's brush around. Make this look like it has some exposed metal here and there. Well, that's coming off right there now. Okay, no problem. We'll fix that right up. We'll get that on there. And then we'll paint over that the best we can. Now down in this corner here, I did not get any spray paint in there somehow. I don't know how I managed to miss that, but I missed it badly. So we're going to get some glue, some brown paint, and just shove it in there. I missed this whole like side over here somehow. It's because I was messing around watching people craft instead of working. Okay, I'm done messing with this. There we go. This will be interesting to see how it turns out with me missing that whole spot there. Okay, I'm going to get this lighter color, mix that with some metallic. I'm going to get a lot of that off there. Now we have some pretty decent, I don't know what the word is right now off the top of my head, where shit's different colors, variation. So we can start, let's get that brush out of there, throw that in the water. Let's heat this up. Look at that. That's terrible. I'm so unhappy with that. Is it still going to sit flush? Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it's going to be flinging minis off. That's okay. I didn't use any super glue in the construction of this really, so if anything comes loose from heat, that's my own fault. All right. Panels. Get a piece of cardboard. Oh, found some. I'm going to get some different greens and colors of different kinds. Oh, I'm throwing stuff. There we go. Here's a little bit of yeller. I didn't use any yeller on my one yesterday. I'm going to get a wet soft brush. I'm going to get a little bit of water. I'm going to grab some of that and make it like a milky consistency, just like I did. And then I'm just going to drag that around like that. I'm not hyper focused on the edges really. I'm going to use that color in a couple spots just to make this a little more interesting. Okay. And then let's come over here. And I'll just do this, all this business here in yellow. Do this piece too. Why not? A little too much yellow, not enough water. Okay. Let's get this situated so I can hot air gun some of this. Okay, let's get another color, something we didn't use yesterday. I got a purple here. Let's try it. Get a little bit of purple, purple. That's French for purple. It's not. A little bit of purple. I'm gonna get my brush and some water. My sister-in-law's favorite color is purple. Whoops. We'll bring it out to this milky kind of skim milky consistency. That was a little bit too thin. Oh, well, you win some, you lose some. Took me till now to see it could have been me. Okay, good enough for government work. And maybe one more color and we'll call it a win. But the last color I'm going to do a lot more. My favorite color is red. So I'm going to get this flag red here. I did use red yesterday, but I like red. I'm going to do all the rest of my panel work in red. I think that's all my panels. Maybe. Maybe it's everywhere that red goes. Let's get this. Paint this thing red too, because I like red. And I want to have red on my terrain piece here. Okay. It is so cold that it's just not working right. All right. Again, not as good as I was hoping for, but it'll work. Some Walmart gunmetal gray, poop, and a smallish brush. You know what? I'm using a bigger brush today because I'm a rebel. Biggest brush. Get a lot of that crap off there. You can mix that with any other color you want. It shouldn't matter too much. And then I'm just gonna kind of rough things up. Hit that grading good. I'm going to get a smaller brush and some of that silver. I'm going to do some of these little bolts. And that's just because I want them to stick out a little bit. Now, because this is like a darker silver, they're not as noticeable as the ones I had yesterday. I'm going to do this little edge piece here in silver too. And I'm going to hit this pipe with a silver line. A little bit of silver, a little bit of silver. And I want to do that pipe too, now that I'm thinking about it. This brush is probably not ideal for doing that pipe in silver though. Okay. Where's that pipe gonna be best painted from? Probably here. So I'm gonna get a little bit of water in my brush. I'm gonna thin this silver out a little bit. I'm gonna drag it along my pipe. Half-assed. You know what? I kind of like the contrast there of that being more silver, so I'm going to do my railing in more silver with less red. Okay. And once you're happy with the way yours looks, you can quit. This would be nice. I can put this down pretty much any way and make it any kind of train I need it to be. It can be a level of them to stand on. It can be something that blocks line of sight. It can be something that's used completely as cover. Whatever you really want. It's super optional. But that's the gist of it, yo. Is it perfect? No. Am I proud of it? No. Will it work? Yeah, it'll work. But you know what? Perfection is not a prerequisite of a good craft, and by the time this is dry and clear-coated and up on my table, I might actually love this piece, or it might be super functional, and I'm just pleased that I made it and glad I took the hour or whatever it took to make this and paint it. So I could have gone a lot faster, too, if I wasn't making a video. Probably wouldn't have done so many extra bells and whistles, if you will. But something like this is good. Oh, we didn't even check out the mini. Boop. Let's get our poor Hamilton, a.k.a. Damiel, the Elf Alchemist. Looks like he can enjoy this place. Not with those. Alright, time out. Those are in the way. This is why you test this stuff before you paint it. So we're going to snip those off. And there's a little bit of the natural blue showing. That's alright. We're going to leave it. It's just going to be one more color, and boom. Okay, good. If we had to put it this way at an angle, can you still stand here? Yes. Oh no, up here, yes. Perfect. All right. So, if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, I really appreciate that. I like it. Yeah, today was kind of a shitty craft, but generally I try to make nice stuff. In my mind, this was going to be amazing. It just wasn't in practicality. But I'll make another one of these with half of a Purelene box and try to make a nicer one, I suppose. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon. Leave me a comment. I love comments. I try to answer every one of them. Just because you guys took the time to say something, I try to take the time to say something back. That's kind of how we keep this reciprocal relationship going, I suppose, since you can't communicate with me while I'm crafting. And if you like the tips in this video and you want to hear some more tips on crafting or get some more ideas, just play this video in reverse. You can speed it up if you don't want to hear it all. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.